All right.
You gotta laugh sometimes, it releases stress.
Right? Laughing is good. Okay, so let's get back into it. So as you hold your hand there, where those feelings reside, imagine that yellow color sort of percolating right there where your hand is. Imagine your hand is a magnet and the feelings are a magnet. And they get sort of stuck together. So that in a moment, when I count to 3, what I'd like for you to do would be to pull them out in front of you. But before I do that, I'd like for you to think about those feelings like you were there in the moment, seeing what you see, hearing what you hear, feeling what you feel in the moment where those feelings are the strongest. And go ahead and rate that feeling from 0 to 10, where 0 is those feelings don't matter at all, they don't exist, and 10 is it's a feeling that's very bothersome, really hard to deal with. How high is it on that scale?
10.
A 10. We have another 10. Has there been a time when it's been worse?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that's the time I'm really interested in. So let's focus on that and break that scale. You can make it a 12, a 15, a 18, 20, 100. Whatever that scale is for you, it's okay. What number would you say that is? How high?
100.
100. Okay. So we have somebody that's very emotional. People are going to give you different answers. It doesn't really matter what they give you. Be respectful of what they're giving you, because if I went 100, what would you say? I suggested that she could do 100. So if she does 100, I should be totally fine with that. Perfect. 100 is what you want. That's what you got. Okay. If she notices a change from 100 down to 50, there's still progress, because that now I'm catching those, and then we can start again and do it from 50 to 20, from 20 to 0. Okay, so we can keep doing it. So right now, just imagine that 100, that yellow feeling right there on your shoulder. And imagine the magnet that is strong as it can be, getting attached to that feeling, getting attached to your hand. And when you know that you have all the feelings in that hand, go ahead and pull that hand out right in front of you and hold those yellow feelings right in your tight fist, just inside of your hand. Yeah, so stretch your hand right in front of you, right there, and hold that fist tight. And feel those feelings in that hand, knowing that as long as they're in that hand, in that tight fist, they can no longer bother you inside. Just allow all the feelings, all the negativity surrounding that issue to be in your hand as you hold that fist nice and tight. Now, if you were to give these feelings a shape, what shape would you say they are?
A circle.
A circle. Okay? So this circle, this yellow circle you have in your hand, I wonder if it has a texture that you can notice. What texture would that be?
Like a lemon.
Like a lemon. Okay, so like the skin of a lemon?
Stippled.
Stippled. Okay. Very good. So feel the sensation. Feel what that actually feels like in your hand to have that ball that has that sort of lemony texture. And as you hold that yellow ball in your hand with the lemony texture, is it hot? Is it cold? What kind of temperature do you feel?
Hot.
Hot. All right. And it is okay when you have to spend just a moment to think. Because a lot of times it's like, I don't have anything in my hand. Hot. Yeah, it's hot. But your unconscious is understanding. Your unconscious will give you the answers that are right for you. So if you're like, hot, I guess, it's hot. Hot is what works. So as you hold that hot yellow ball with this sort of lemon texture on it, imagine whether it's squishy or hard, or what kind of feel does it have, and what kind of weight does it have?
Hard.
Hard. Okay. So it's a hard ball that is yellow, and it's got this sort of skin, like a lemony texture, right? And as you hold that in your hand right there, let's think of a shape that would make you feel amazing. If you could pick any shape you want that would make you feel so good, what shape would that be?
An oval.
An oval. Nice. So imagine that you have that yellow circle in your hand that is hot and that it's got this sort of lemony texture, and then imagine maybe squishing it with your other hand and just making it into the most perfect oval for you. this is your oval. This is something that you can make your own. So imagine that you're squishing it, molding it just the right way. Imagine that maybe it's clay, and you can turn it into the perfect oval. An oval that makes you feel so good. Now, as you hold that yellow oval in your hand,
My left hand?
yeah, as you hold that, just hold it right there where you have it. As you hold that yellow oval, think about what texture would make you feel great. If you could pick any texture that would make you feel amazingly relaxed and just so good about yourself and let everything slide, all those
Water.
comments. I'm sorry?
Water.
Water. Okay. So imagine that it's got that texture of water. So it's very flowy. This oval, watery oval that's yellow and hot. If you could have that oval be any temperature you like, a temperature that would make you feel fantastic, what temperature would that be?
75 degrees.
75. All right. So I'm guessing that's probably cooling it down a little bit from hot. So imagine maybe that you're putting it under a faucet of cool water, just the right temperature, and then allow that oval, that yellow oval, with this water texture to turn into the perfect temperature for you. A temperature that would make you feel so good about yourself. A temperature that would allow all those negative feelings to just slide off of you like water. Now, if you were to think of that shape, that oval in your hand in terms of a different color, maybe a color that would be calming for you, a color that would make you feel so good and so relaxed and so like, I just don't care about anything. What color would that be?
Blue.
Blue. All right. So imagine maybe that this yellow oval you have in your hand with this water texture and the perfect 75-degree temperature, imagine what you would have to do to turn that into a blue one. Whether it's maybe a little bit of paint or a little bit of ink, or maybe just sort of imagining, like we were doing earlier, that there's vapor like flowing in and turning it into blue. Whatever works for you, you want to turn that oval into a nice blue oval. Now, we talked about this object being very hard. If you could have a texture of it that would make you feel even better, would it still be hard or would it be different? Different. So go ahead and change it to whatever sort of feel and texture feels right for you. Now, once you've changed that feeling, you know that they can no longer bother you inside the same way. And you'll find that something that you thought was so difficult was actually pretty easy. So as you hold that blue oval in your hand with this water texture and the perfect temperature, 75 degrees, feeling really good about that oval, imagine where in your body you would have to put that oval in order to feel absolutely amazing. Where would you like to put that? And it could be in the same place or a different one, as long as you know that when you put it back, all the feelings have changed. So even if you were to put it in the same spot, the actual feelings, the sensations have already changed. So where did you choose to put it?
On my right hand.
On your right hand. Okay, so go ahead and put your left hand on your right hand like you're joining. Hold it right there. That's right. And allow that blue feeling to travel from right there all the way throughout your body. So it goes to your elbows, to your shoulders, and down all the way to the tips of your toes. Imagine it like flowing, that blue color, just exploding inside, like it's moving through your veins like blood. So every time that you breathe, every deep breath you take is going to take you a little more relaxed, and it's going to give you a big and bigger boost of these good blue feelings. So just allow the blue feeling to start to explode inside and feel good. Just bring it back to all those great things that you love. And then as you let go of that, just take a nice deep breath. Go ahead and exhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and rate that feeling again from 0 to 100. And tell me, how low is it now? Okay, so on the normal scale we had, that would be a 90% reduction. Should we go from a 10 to a 1, or from 100 to 10, right? Do you think that's enough? Are you happy enough with that, or in that scale of 100, or do you want to lower it more?
No, I think in that scale of 100, I think it's
It's improvement. It's a coping mechanism that you can use. You can do this. You can do this as well for yourself. Okay. So before I dissect the technique, I'm gonna go through it really quickly again, just to show you how you do this by yourself.
Yes.
Because if she got to that 10, we might not have enough time and enough attention to go through it again. But you can do this by yourself again and get rid of it completely. Okay. So you would sit down. You would go, where was it that I feel it? By the way, do you have any negative feelings right now?
No, just my shoulders they hurt a little bit. But I think that's just because I was holding my arms up.
Yeah. Does the feeling of your body itself feel any different after you've gone the exercise?
The shoulder pain has gone.
Has gone some way.
Somewhat, yeah. I don't
Pain has an emotional component to it.
Stress.
Just understand that. Every time there's pain, there's an emotional component to it, because pain causes other things to break. Yeah. So if we can get rid of some of the emotion of pain, the pain itself, the actual physicality of it, is not felt in the same way. Okay. So if she came in and she says, "Oh, I have this terrible toothache, and man, it hurts all the way to my eye, and I can't be seen today." Well, do you have 10 minutes? I do. Sit down. Let me get rid of that pain, and then you come back tomorrow, and we actually do what we need to do with your mouth. And you can use this technique to have them go, "Oh, okay, well, I feel better. Okay, yeah, I can take a break and come back tomorrow." It can actually mask a feeling to that extent. So use it with care. Okay, when you get good at using it, use it with care. So you would think about the feeling, for example, the one that she had, and you think about the associations yourself. You would just put your hand there and be like, "Okay, I'm gonna let it get stuck there. Yep, I'm gonna let it get stuck there. That's right, my hand's a magnet. Now I'm gonna pull it out, and as long as it's there, it can no longer bother you." It's inside. Oh no, all the yellow is gone, all the color that I thought about is gone. Yeah, it's gone. Okay, now it's in my hand. So you direct yourself. It's super simple. It's almost too simple. Yeah? You actually just do these things that I'm doing and say, "Okay, well, yeah." So I hold it there. Yellow feeling, yeah, that's right. What does it feel like? What does it feel like? Ask yourself, what does it feel like? It's a ball. It is a ball. Okay, well, I got that ball there. Now let me smoosh it into, I like that better. I like this little square. Oh, that's good. Yeah, and you just get into it yourself, and it'll work.
Okay. The pain is gone. I was really feeling it right here tight.
Good, give me 5. That's what I like to hear.
Thank you.
Success.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Susan. Big round of applause. Okay.